I have reviewed over 50 pairs of truly wireless headphones. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys what to recognize and what to look for when buying a pair of truly wireless headphones. The first thing you have to know and understand is codecs. With truly wireless headphones, we have a couple different codecs to choose from. They're not all the same, but they all don't matter. First is SBC, most basic codec. It's what all headphones are going to have, and it's usually kind of the basic cheap default codec. Next is AAC, or the Apple Audio Codec. This works extremely well with Apple devices, and usually headphones will also include this codec along with SBC. After that is aptX. Now aptX is a little bit different. The aptX audio codec is a codec that is licensed and was created by Qualcomm. All phones with a Snapdragon chipset are going to have aptX audio, and a lot of phones without a Qualcomm chipset are also going to have aptX audio. aptX audio is great because it offers a lower latency, higher quality audio, and it allows your truly wireless headphones to connect with your cell phone at a slightly higher bit rate. That said, a lot of the time, if you're buying really cheap headphones with aptX audio, you're not going to hear the difference between aptX and AAC. The next one is LDAC, which is like the kind of king of codecs. It's a codec that I believe was engineered and pioneered by Sony. It's what all of the high-end audiophile quality headphones are going to use, and allows for a higher data transmission. We do have other audio codecs like the LDHC, the low latency, high quality audio codec that Xiaomi pioneered and then abandoned. We do have the Samsung specific codec that is available on all Samsung phones and Samsung headphones, and it allows them to transmit a higher bit rate to the headphones, and they work kind of better, lower latency, etc. But you have to have a Samsung pair of headphones and a Samsung phone to use this. Really, the thing that you need to care about is that if you're going to be getting a high-end pair of headphones, you want aptX or LDAC. SBC AAC audio codec at the price point of like over 55, 75 bucks, in my opinion, just isn't a good value. You guys see that fruit basket? It's actually not a basket, it's the safety side, or it's one of the sides of a fan. Vietnamese people take them off and they use these for all kinds of stuff all around Vietnam. Do people use fan protection screens for baskets in your country? Let me know in the comment section. The next thing you need to know about is mono mode. What is mono mode? Mono mode is pretty simple. Mono mode is the ability for each of your headphones to independently work with your device. You shouldn't care about this because now all modern truly wireless headphones allow you to seamlessly switch between the left and right headphone, and they'll both instantly connect with your device. In the past, other pairs of headphones had a master-slave connection. Black people don't cancel me, I'm talking about truly wireless headphones. And because of that, you would have to go through this whole repairing process if one of the headphones was the master and the other one was the slave. It was a pain in the ass. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm not exactly sure what kind of field this is, but I'm gonna go ahead and flex and switch between all three of my different cameras. Let's see if we can get that exposed. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty. Being able to switch between all three cameras seamlessly is one thing that I absolutely love about not buying Xiaomi phones anymore. I know Xiaomi phones now will do that, but switching all cameras in video, fantastic. And by the way, how do I look with the front-facing camera of the S21 Plus? This looks fantastic. Stabilization also, chef's kiss. The next kind of feature or gimmick that headphone companies will try to sell you on is their ultra fast, quick charging tech that they have in their headphones, that 10 minutes on the charger equals an hour of playback time. The truth and the reality is that both the headphones and the case of truly wireless headphones have an incredibly small battery. Most of these batteries are going to accept up to a 10-watt charging current at minimum. And when we talk about this fast charging tech, usually it's talking about fast charging the case and then that case draining its remaining battery percentage to charge your headphones. Most headphones that I've ever used, if they do go completely dead, you leave them on the charger for 10-15 minutes and you're gonna have anywhere between an hour to 2 hours of battery life with that short period of charging. Most of these headphone cases are not going to have any kind of specific charging tech to allow them to take care of something like USB-C power delivery or Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, and I really haven't seen any cases that will accept more than an 18-watt charging input. So quick charging, like with the case and wireless headphones, don't fall for it. Also, if you guys are enjoying this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you love it, think about subscribing. And if you want these videos with less ads or no advertisements, you can become a channel member for like $1 a month, and it goes a long way to supporting the channel, and thanks to everyone that's already become a member. Now, the next thing that headphone companies will try to do to sell you on a pair of their headphones is talk about their coated pentile, some type of specialized driver with some type of kind of special material, carbon fiber driver material or whatever. To be honest with you guys, most of the drivers in these headphones are all going to be mass produced in China. It's very, very unlikely for any of the actual driver material or any of the actual driver components inside these headphones, if they're under the $150 or $200 range, to be anything special. Most of the headphone drivers, the most important spec to the headphone drivers that you should be paying attention to is the size of the driver. Generally, the larger of the driver means that you're going to get a fuller, richer sound, and because it's an overall just larger size, it can move more air, and because of that, you can get more bass, or you can tune more out of it, especially when the driver is at a lower volume. But drivers having special coatings or being made of a special material has never been something that I've noticed to make much of a difference for any pairs of headphones. Yo, check out this sunset though. Sky's looking crazy. The next feature or spec that you shouldn't care about is a gaming mode for your pair of headphones. Now, all truly wireless headphones are going to have some kind of latency or lag. In my experience, having a specific gaming mode does not eliminate it. Usually it'll bring the latency down to something around 50 to 60 milliseconds, which for some games is fine. For some games, it's definitely not okay. That said, aptX and a gaming specific mode hasn't made it that I can play PUBG or play any other type of first-person shooters with these headphones. If you want to be playing a video game on your phone and using headphones, you're still going to have to use wired. So a gaming mode, does it matter? Not really. The next is going to be app support. Should you care about, should you not care about? App support is one of those things that if the manufacturer got the headphones right from the factory, they did tuning good, they have the controls good, you really shouldn't be caring about an app. I have yet to encounter an app that really changes my experience of a pair of headphones, or really makes that experience that much better. The closest thing that I can think of is the QCY app, but most of that is because out of the factory, the QCY headphones don't have perfect controls. They usually have a gaming mode instead of having like a volume up and volume down, and I can go ahead and reprogram it. All of the other features, the pop-up animation, the finding your lost headphones, I almost always disable that right out of the box when I get the app or when I'm doing the testing for the app. Changing the EQ on a pair of headphones through the app, in my experience, has done a little bit to make them sound better, but more often than not, using the application to go ahead and tweak the EQ settings generally ends up with the headphones sounding worse. The only time that I can ever think about this not being the case is when I changed the EQ with the Pamu headphones, and they just have like they have like two settings for the EQ, and you can turn one off or turn it on. On just gave it a slightly more dynamic sound, a slightly fuller tone, a slightly more fun tone, and ultimately I ended up switching that setting on, and I left it on, and I like the way the Pamu headphones sound. But I've never found very good results when trying to tweak the EQ specifically for a pair of headphones, and usually using the built-in EQ options for a pair of headphones has made the headphones sound muddier or sound worse, generally because you're trying to tune a response curve for a pair of headphones when the company's already tuned that response curve in the factory. What can you learn from this video? What can you take away from this video? Well, there's a couple things. One, if your budget for a pair of headphones is under the $50 price point, aptX probably doesn't matter. In fact, probably buying a pair of headphones without aptX at the $50 price point is going to get you a better sounding pair of headphones, because each headphone company has to license and buy specific chipsets in order to be compatible with the aptX audio codec. The reason why is that if a company is equipping a pair of their budget headphones with an aptX chipset, that chipset is generally going to cost more money than a competing chipset that doesn't have aptX. Thus, they have to use cheaper drivers, construct the headphones cheaper, and they're likely to sound worse. The next is mono mode. Most modern headphones are going to have a mono mode, and it's not a reason to buy them. The final takeaway as I end my walk with you guys is that if you're looking to buy a pair of truly wireless headphones, buying the cheapest possible pair of truly wireless headphones just is not worth it. They'll usually end up breaking, the build quality is probably gonna be pretty bad, and they're likely only gonna sound good with like electronic music and have probably overwhelming bass. That's just because these headphones now, they have to be made in 3 like different pieces. They take more assembly, more time to actually create the physical product, and companies are trying to save as much money on it as possible. In my opinion, if you're looking to buy a pair of truly wireless headphones that's gonna last you for more than 3.5 months, your best bet is between the $50 and like $85 range. The competition in that price segment for a pair of truly wireless headphones is absolutely top notch. We have great headphones coming up from brands like Pamu, Soundpeats, and really anything under that $50 price point at this point is going to be fine, but it's not going to be something that's necessarily going to last you the longest period of time. I think that spending a little bit extra more money on a pair of truly wireless headphones is going to end up with a purchase that not only lasts you longer, but is a purchase that you're just ultimately happier with and gives you a better overall user experience. If you guys like this video, go ahead, hit the like button. If you loved it, think about subscribing and supporting the channel. And until next time, it's been Mitchell, coming to you guys from Hanoi, Vietnam. Peace.